So I've gotten a spatula. It just makes it easier to mix it around. And, you know, if you want to chop it up more and have less chunky pieces in there, then you can just continue to chop more with the other tool or with, you know, a fork. You can do this with a fork. So here's the other thing. If you don't have any special tools, you absolutely can just use a fork, but it just takes a lot more physical labor to do this. See how I can just do it with a fork? Just push it against the side of the bowl. It's easier when the onions and garlic and green peppers aren't in here. If it was just the beans and beets, you know, you could do this much easier, but this is another way to just do it without having to get extra kitchen utensils. So that's the fork. Now I'm going to add the refried beans. In this case I have regular because that's what I had in the pantry, but I prefer to use refried black beans. I just didn't have a can in the pantry, so I'm going to use just the regular refried. And again, it's whatever you like. You can use refried black beans or you can use regular refried beans. I like the vegetarian ones because then you don't have the lard. The regular refried beans are made with animal fat and really like very high in fat and kind of not really great for you. The vegetarian refried beans are, I mean, they have some oil in them, but they, you know, it's vegetable oil. So you're just going to mix this all around. So this is actually going to look different, Zach, than the ones you took because of the ones you took had refried black beans. It gives it a darker color. These are going to be lighter because I'm using the regular refried. No matter, every time you make veggie burgers, it's always going to look different depending on what you put in. And also, everything, there's not really a recipe as far as like exact amounts of anything. I just throw stuff in and you'll get to know what you like and what you don't like. Now you can see from this is actually really much wetter than it would be. This is really wet. Like this is, we haven't added our binder yet, but even so, like this is really wet and would never make a patty, you see. And I think it's because these refried beans, when you get the black refried beans, they're not as wet as this. These are really wet. Okay, now I'm going to add my binder in, which is the oats. That's going to start to make it thicken up and be easier to form into patties. And you're going to want to just get these all in here. Now, you can make this mixture ahead of time, put some saran wrap over it and put it in the fridge if you want to like make the actual patties like the next day or whatever. You don't have to do it all in one sitting. If you have some time to make this mixture, but you don't have time to actually make the burgers, you can put this in the fridge. So just cover it with saran wrap. You don't even have to cover it. You can just stick it in the fridge as long as, you know, nothing else is going to get in it. So, but I would actually, in a roommate situation, I would actually put it in, cover it with saran wrap because people are going in and out of the refrigerator and you don't really know who's going to be in and out of the refrigerator. So now, this is still to me really like wet for making patties. So the way that we can remedy this is a couple different ways. We can add the chia seeds, which will really absorb a lot of this liquid. You can add some ground flaxseed, which will help absorb, and of course you can add rice. The other thing that you're going to want to do at this stage before you make patties is you're going to want to taste your mixture because this is all cooked stuff. Like you can eat this as it is. So what you're going to want to do is just taste it for salt and pepper needs because you want to add some seasoning to it. So I'm just going to give this a taste. Yeah, this needs salt. So at this stage you would add salt and pepper, maybe like any other spices you like. And season it at this point, okay? And I will see you in the next video.